Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 14th episode in our Pharmacy Calculations practice series. All right, we got another one coming to us from our Facebook study group, and it states that a nursery calls you to make a 500 milliliter D15 solution, but you only carry D10 and D50 in your pharmacy. Can you compound D15? And if so, how much D10 and typo here, but D50 are required. Now, the first thing I'll note is that you kind of need to understand pharmacy slang to be able to solve this question. D15, D50, D10. What these are all inferring is the percentage concentration of dextrose solution. So D15 equals 15% dextrose. D10 equals 10%, and D50 equals 50%. I don't know that you'd see this kind of question on the PTCE without explaining that, but it is good to know, and it's important if you're working in a pharmacy because these terms do get used. These abbreviations are commonly used, especially in the hospital or compounding pharmacy environment. So the first part of this question, can you compound D15? The answer is yes, because to compound a solution from two other stock solutions, you need to have a stock solution that's lower concentration than what your target concentration is, and you need to have one that's a higher concentration. So as long as you've got both ends, lower and higher than what you're shooting for, you can compound any strength solution that's in between those two products. So yes, you can compound it. And now we need to figure out how much D10 and D50 we need to make a D15 solution, specifically 500 milliliters of that solution. By far the easiest way to solve this is by using the alligation technique. And to do that, we've done several of these in the practice series, but as a refresher, you set up a tic-tac-toe diagram. We put our higher concentration in the upper left-hand side here, so 50%. We put our lower concentration in the lower left, 10%. Our desired concentration goes in the middle, 15%. Now we take our higher concentration, we subtract our desired concentration, and we put that number in the bottom right. Then we take the desired concentration and subtract the lower concentration and put that number in the upper right. And what this then tells us is that we're going to have 5 parts of 50% for every 35 parts of 10% solution. So the total there is 40 parts. So 5 out of 40 is going to equal 50%, and 35 out of 40 is going to equal 10%. So those are our ratios. Now, to figure out how much of each we need for 500 milliliters, we can take that 500 milliliters, multiply it by our 50% fraction. That's going to be 5 over 40. And that's going to tell us how many milliliters of 50% we would need. So 500 times 5 divided by 40, 62.5 milliliters. And to figure out how much of the 10%, we could do the same thing, or we could just take that 500 milliliters and subtract how much of the 50% we're using. Minus 62.5. And that's going to be 437.5 milliliters. So the answer to this question would be we would need 62.5 milliliters of 50% and 437.5 of 10%. And on the PTCE, it's always multiple choice, so you may need to round this up to the nearest whole number value of milliliters, which would be 63 and 438. If you have any questions about this solution or you want to see some additional examples, please check us out on facebook.com/PharmacyTechScholar or email us at info@pharmacytechscholar.com.